Alright, so welcome back to my Haas to Glory series here on F124. Now, last episode was, I don't know what to say about it really. Qualifying was absolutely egregious. I believe I qualified P19 or P18, I think. I think I only beat Logan Sargent. And then in the race, I don't know what quite happened exactly, but I was fast. I managed to go all the way up, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I finished P12. I did. P12, not a bad result. Of course, the back-to-back podiums are a bit out of place there. P12 is what I would consider a good result in the grand scheme of things. Now, today we're going to Imola, and similar to Saudi Arabia and Australia, I'm quite good at this track, so I'm going to ramp that difficulty all the way up, and let's get into qualifying for round 5 of this incredible, amazing series on the Fat Crim YouTube channel. Go! Oh no! That is exactly what I didn't want to see! Why is it raining? I mean, to be fair, Imola isn't uncommon for it to rain. It's actually the opposite. It's generally quite common. We saw it in, 2022 we saw it. This year they had to completely abandon it, or was that last year? I don't remember. Oh, that's so cringe! Okay, and we get a fuel system fault. Great start to quali. Now, I am quite mid in the wet, I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah, I'm awful. Alright, so we have our first benchmark lap times. Actually, we only have 12, which isn't a lot. We still have some big cars as well to go, including our teammate and Max Verstappen. But so far, it's going to be Lando Norris by 0.4 of a second with a 25.7. Oh, it seems like he's not just dominant in real life after Singapore quali, he's also dominant in the game. Now, we're going to go out on some wet tyres. However, at the end of the session, I'm most likely going to go onto the inters, because for some reason, it doesn't matter how wet it is or how much it's raining, inters are still faster than wets. So we're going to do one lap on the wets, one lap on the inters, see how it goes. I'm going to go for like a top 16, let's see. And here we go. I am very, very nervous. I have no idea how this is going to go. I'm actually very scared. I'm not good in the wet. I'm not going to lie to you. I am very, very average. But here we go. Let's start this lap. I think I can use a lot of overtake just because there's not many straights. So I'm going to go down all the way to the braking zone into turn 1, the chicane. Okay, I can brake a little bit later on my next run. That's fine. Avoid the grass because, you know, grass and wet Formula 1 tyres don't really go well together. A 27.6 is going to be the first sector time from Nico Hulkenberg. I am being so careful on this throttle pedal. I'm going to put in a... Oh my goodness gracious me. Why am I so bad in the wet? Now we have the super duper fast corner, which in the wet I assume is very scary. That it is. I think I just have a lot more grip than I think I do. I think that's where I'm losing time. But this chicane coming up, not this obviously, this ain't a chicane. I believe this corner is called Aqua Minerale, could be wrong. This corner, if I don't lose it before I get there, I'm actually very strong at. I'm now 8 tenths down on Hulkenberg, and it seems to be very similar to Japan, where my quali pace is just shockingly bad, which isn't great. I mean, at this track, overtaking is generally quite difficult. Around the final corner, very difficult to drive, as you'd expect. Not a bad exit, overtake gets on. It's a decent final sector, but I'm going to be 7 tenths away from Nico Hulkenberg, my teammate, and I'm currently in P20. Why is my quali pace so egregious? So as we can see, Sector 1, I'm about 6 tenths down, Sector 2 is about 3 tenths down, and then Sector 3, I'm actually up on most drivers here. So it's just Sector 1 really, but there isn't that complicated. I mean, there's the opening chicane, and that's about it. So the fact I'm losing upwards of 6 tenths of a second there is absolutely crazy to me. But like I said, no matter how wet it is, usually you can get away with inters. So I'm going to put a pair on. Well, actually, I say a pair, it's more like a quad. And we're going to give it the absolute beans. And I will not be P20 after this lap. I refuse to believe I'm that slow. Okay, this game is so broken. For some reason, I don't know why, the game has put me on full wet tyres. I pressed on Inter, you can see as I exit the pits, it says Inter, and it puts me out on full wet, so now my lap time's just going to be cursed before it even begins, because they're used. Brilliant, thanks EA, sick game you've got here, lovely stuff. I reckon I could still improve, but, you know, I reckon the inters would have been quite good in these conditions. The rain doesn't look nearly as strong, but, yeah, I'm just really slow in these wet conditions, and I don't really know what to do about it, but look at the time I'm gaining! No! If I was on the inters right now, I probably could have got pole, to be honest. This is tragic, and I'm 3 tenths down on Carlos Sainz through Sector 1, and he hasn't even done his second run yet. That's how slow I currently am through that first sector. Into my favourite chicane that I'm supposed to be quite quick in. That was nice. Get the second one. That was pretty good. Nice exit as well. Okay. That was a lot better. I still think I'm miles off it, but it is a good improvement. Final 2 corners. I'm a bit late on the brakes there. Actually, no, about bang on there. That's nice. Final corner. Get the exit. Okay, you know what? That lap isn't too bad. I don't think it's anywhere good enough to get out of the... Wait. Please tell that's not P20. Huh? What? Wait. What? Where's that come from? Seriously, where has that come from? Wait, hold up, wait. Did no one else get to do a lap? Because if I don't know if you go back in the video and you look at while I'm doing that lap, you can see there's about 15 cars all stacked up together. Are you telling me none of them could improve? Wait, let's look at the race director. Wait, Piastri, lap, yeah, didn't improve. Improved. I can't tell if that's actually on pace that I've done that, or it's because no one else could get a lap in. But the way I see it, it must be, because look, Leclerc's 14th and Sainz is 15th. So yeah, oh sorry, 17th. That must have been what it is. No one could get a lap done because it was traffic. So, because of pure luck, I go and put it into P10. That is one of the most important qualifying laps of my entire life, and this is what annoys me. If I was on those intermediates, I probably could have fought for pole. Or at least, you know, second row. That's really annoying, but anyway, P10, I'm not going to grumble at that. That is an insanely good performance. I don't think it's deserved by any means, but, you know, you take what you're given. Bosh, P10 for the Grand Prix. Let's hope it's dry and try and score some points. Come on. And look at that beautiful view. Lovely, gorgeous, dry sunshine. That is exactly what I wanted to see for, I'm not even going to bother trying to remember what that said. Longest name for any Grand Prix in history. I'm feeling very, optimistic for this race. I think points are just all but guaranteed at this stage. I mean, let's be honest here. Imola is a difficult track to overtake on, especially if you're stuck in a DRS train. That's going to be my goal. Get stuck in a DRS train with some of the faster cars and just let them drag me along. Alright, so here we are on the grid, and as you can see on my steering wheel on the dashboard, I'm actually starting P9, so someone further ahead took an engine penalty to go further back. Interestingly, to me though, why are we taking an engine penalty in round 5? That's just so random. I guess that's just F124 thing. Strategy, soft to medium, I'm a big fan of that. Now what I'm going to do is, if you remember in Japan, I actually ran out of fuel before the end of the race, so I'm going to add a bit of extra fuel for Imola. I think we're ready for an absolute blockbuster. I feel like I say that every episode, but I genuinely think this could be a really good race. I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready. And without further ado, let's have it. Right, come on then. Let's have a good start. Let's get up that grid order off the beginning. Come on. And we're off to see the wizard. Oh, no, my car's blocked. Oh, no. No. Okay, just get the overtake on. No! This game! Oh, my goodness. My car bottoms out. Oh, hang on. Wait, no, we're back. No, wait, I'm locked. No, wait. No. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to complain. That was a fantastic move. My goodness. For some reason, off the start, if someone could go back and analyze that, maybe slow it down and, like, see why that's happening. My car, like, bottoms out off the start, and it's really, really cringe. But I'm on an absolute flyer at start right now, as I immediately go on the grass, and I might lose the position to Gauzy. I'm still going to fight him for it, and I think that might be gone. Wait, no, I can try and swing around the outside, try and not go on the grass. I've still got right to the space. But, you know, Gasly's good at defending, so there you go. What a chaotic start, though. to start P10, drop down to P13, and then send it around the outside of the first couple of corners and get back up to P10. Now, I need to clear Gasly very quickly. I'm the only driver here on the soft tyres. I need to clear Gasly very quickly, so that's what I'm going to do. Get to the outside on the curb. That is very brave from Fat Krim. Kept it on track as well, within track limits and all that good stuff. And that is a really nice first lap to this Grand Prix. I managed to gain a place after losing 3 places, and I'm up to P9. So now, I want to try and just stick within the DRS of Sergio Tequila Perez. That's the target here. What is going to be difficult, however, is obviously I've not driven at the dry yet. It's been a wet quali, so I think the AI are going to be a lot more in sync than I would be, because I'm still trying to get used to driving in the dry. But I should be okay after about 5 laps. Oh, look at this! Sergio Perez going for a very brave move on... Is that Ocon? Yeah, go on, Ocon. P7 and P10 for the Alpines right now. This is actually helping me out as well, because I can now get right up to the arrows of Sergio Tequila Perez. Awful qualifying performance by him in Singapore. At the time of recording this, the Grand Prix hasn't happened yet. When you're seeing this, the Grand Prix should have, it should be about halfway through. Let's hope he can get into the points. Right, end of lap number 2. DRS is enabled for the first time this race. Let's see, can Perez get that move done on Ocon? He should get it done very, very easily. Ocon doesn't have that DRS, and actually, this invites me to go around the outside of Ocon, late on the brakes, make it stick, and come on! That's a proper overtake. That's like some Brexit overtake. I love that to bits. I tell you what, this strategy from the Haas F1 team is working really, really well so far on the soft tyres. I'm a bit nervous when the soft tyres degrade a bit too much and then I'm really struggling, but for now, we're cooking and I'm doing great. Massive lock-up from someone up ahead. I couldn't tell you who it was. I'd have to assume the person at the front of this pack, so probably one of the Mercedes cars. Huge lock-up. Those tyres could not be looking pretty. Right, it's been a few laps, and honestly, my pace is quite strong. I know I'm on the soft tyres, so I'm going to be quick, but I'm really keeping up with the front pack here. In fact, how many cars is this? Because I know, like, the top sort of 4 are sort of getting away a little bit. As you can see, Max Verstappen in P1, followed by Lando Norris in P2, but then P3 all the way down to me in PA are all right here, and they are scrapping with each other pretty hard. In fact, you know, one little bit of a scrap and I could be up to like P6 at some point. As you can see as well, we have completely dropped the likes of Stroll and Gasly. Like, they're just nowhere near us at the moment. Me, Checo Perez, Piastri, the Mercedes and Alonso, we are gone. Right, I've been saving ERS for quite a few laps now. I reckon there is a genuine move on for Sergio Perez down this straight, and here comes Ollie. Wow! Wow, Perez! Oh, what is going on here? There is a motherload of scrap going on. I'm not sure about that racing from Perez. Completely cut me off from the inside. But I have made my way by. And it ain't done yet because here's a little Oscar Piastri. Round the outside of Oscar. Go on! Oh, he's hit me as well. Everyone's barging into Ollie because they know I'm too class. I'm going for overtakes, by the way, because I am stopping this lap. I want to gain every single millisecond I can on my opposition. I generally think that with that Oscar Piastri overtake, I think I might just, like, not give him enough space. But that Perez one, that's dodgy. I'm not sure about that. I'll leave that up to you lot, but I mean, I'm not going to pay any attention anyway, because it's not like the stewards care. Right, round the final 2 corners of lap number 9. It's been quite a boring race so far, just trying to stay consistent. It's now time to go into the pits on these soft tyres. No one's going to follow me because I'm on the fresher tyres. Sorry, not the fresher, the softer tyres. And into the pits, we must go E-I-E-I-E-I-O. Come on, let's have a good stop. If we have a good stop here, I could genuinely undercut the entire, like, field and maybe get up to, like, P3. That's exactly what I wanted! Yes! 2.4 second stop. That is gorgeous. Now, if I can have a really nice outlap, or maybe even 2 or 3 really nice outlaps, you know, there is some good positional gainage that could happen here. Oh, excuse me. And right out the pits, this car already feels alive again. I don't know if I've got tyre warm-up on. I probably don't, to be honest. This car feels lively. And the leader, Max Verstappen, has just come into the pits. I'm definitely not getting out ahead of him. But let's see how close I can get. There is also one of the Astons and one of the Mercedes. Now, one of the Mercedes is definitely a target. I don't know if that Aston is Alonso. I believe it is. Oh, I've had a bit of a stinky exit there. Let's see. Can I get out ahead of them? Has the undercut worked? It's not looking particularly great so far. I have set the fastest sector free, and here are the other two. The Mercedes and the Aston, and I am miles clear. Oh my goodness. What a strategy from the Haas F1 team. Oh my goodness. They are driving me. And wait. Is that... Shut up. Is that Max Verstappen? Max Verstappen! Oh my goodness. Max Verstappen's engine says, no, I don't do this no more. And it blows up. And now, I could be on for a virtual P2, which is nuts. So there we can see we've got the other Mercedes of Russell, we've got Lance Stroll, and we have Sergio Perez all coming into the pits. So we can see where I come out. I should come out ahead. I mean, I was ahead of Perez beforehand. So yeah, I should come out ahead. We'll tell him a hot lap ERS anyway. We also set the fastest lap of the race, yeah. This car's lively, my goodness. There we go. Past Russell, past Perez. They are not even remotely close to me. And now, the only two drivers left who haven't stopped actually means something. No offense, Alpines. Is both of the McLarens. And obviously, every single lap I'm doing, I'm probably gaining on them by a small amount. And there we go. Lando Norris into the pits. Oscar Piastri is going to stay out for an extra lap. And we could... I think I am going to come out like way behind, but I should be a bit closer now. Although Lando's already out of the pits. Like, he's already done his stop, and I'm not even around the final corner yet. That just shows how far ahead Lando Norris was. So he's going to rejoin the race about now, as I take another fastest lap, by the way. So there goes Lando. But I'm not that far away. I'm 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Before, it was like, what, 11 seconds or something like that? So that just shows the power of the undercut. And also, I'm extending my gap over Hamilton. This is looking extremely good so far. Right, Oscar Piastri's in. Now, if you remember, I was actually ahead of Piastri before I stopped. So I should come out a decent amount ahead, to be honest. Also, the gap to Lando, I reckon he will be quicker than me because it's basically right now, it's just medium against medium, and obviously in that department, Lando should win. But both the Alpines, well, actually Gasly's in, way ahead of him. Oscar, not even remotely close. He's going to come out in like P10, the poor sod. Awful driver. In real life, probably the best driver on the grid. Not looking good for him in the race, though, in this game. I keep saying this, and I'll say it again. This car doesn't feel like a lower midfield team like car. This car has so much grip and is so fast. Like look at me. I'm currently in P2, like considerably gaining time on Hamilton, and actually not losing that much time to Lando Norris, who's been the leader this whole race. And again, I'm on 110 difficulty. I don't know why this car is so good. Right, lap number 17 begins. I set a 1 minute 17, and the pace is still great. I'm setting pretty much identical lap times to Hamilton and company, and I am starting to lose a lot of time to Lando Norris now, about half a second a lap. But honestly, I don't really care, because let's be honest, P2 is insane, and also just feels wrong, because it means that from 5 rounds, I've got 3 seconds. Which just isn't supposed to happen, but I mean, what could I possibly do? I'm just driving too good, apparently. I reckon any race now, the other teams are going to start thinking this car's illegal because it's just way too good. Do you know what I mean? And also, I'm noticing Hulkenberg, my teammate, obviously, is having a bit of a stinker so far, currently sitting in P17, I believe. However, there's a Ferrari behind him, and I'm wondering, why are they there? Like, that's really bad. Like, in the rain, I don't think both of the Ferraris got to do a second run that was actually, like, any decent. But you'd think in a normal dry race, they just blitz past the field and make their way up. One of them has. One of the Ferraris is currently at about P10. But then the other one is all the way at about P19 at the moment, behind Hulky. So that's a bit interesting, isn't it? Watch it be, like, it has to be signed, surely. Right, 3 laps remaining, I'm still comfortably sitting in second, and honestly, yes, my driving has been very, very good today. I won't deny that. I have been driving like Ayrton Senna in the prime. However, the strategy that Haas have put me on today has been nothing short of immaculate. It doesn't sound crazy as a soft to a medium, but every other driver except me and Lando Norris did a medium to hard or hard to medium, and that early pace that I had on the softs allowed me to go all the way up to what, like P8, P7, and then just get the undercut. Unbelievable strategy from the boys and girls back at the Haas team. And now we begin the penultimate lap, and one thing I will say that I didn't even realise, driving like consistently at this track is so difficult. At certain tracks, some that come to mind include Bahrain, Canada, tracks like that, I can do like 20-30 laps within 2 or 3 attempts of each other, whereas at Imola, pretty much every single lap has been about half a second slower or faster than each other, and I'm not entirely sure why, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. The gap to Hamilton is somehow getting bigger, the gap to Norris is also getting bigger. He is cooking up something absolutely diabolical today at Imola, and he's definitely going to go on to win this race unless his car blows up or he somehow bottles it, which he is known for doing. He obviously bottled it this year as well in real life, but he kept going out onto the gravel in like turn 5, which isn't ideal. But, you know, maybe it's redemption day for Lando Norris in my Formula 1 2024 Haas to Glory series. And here we go, final lap of the race, and what a drive that this has been. What a drive, it's been unbelievable, to be honest, lad. And also, can I just point out, by the way, no flashbacks used, which for me is extremely rare. I usually crash every 2 or 3 laps, but no, today this car has been so good that I've managed to go 22 laps without needing a single flashback. What a machine! But again, I don't really know what to do with this series. I can't keep finishing I can't keep finishing second in a Road to Glory series, because, you know, the whole point of a Road to Glory is starting out awful and making your way to the top. I'm already at the top, pretty much, and I'm in my 5th race, so I'm not too sure, but my driving has been incredible today. The strategy even better, the car maybe even better than that. Like I keep saying, this feels like a championship winning car, and yet apparently it's only like the 5th, it's like the 7th slowest car. So I'm actually thinking to myself, what the hell does that McLaren feel like? It must be unbelievable. But here we come, across the line, to take a 3rd podium in 5 races. It's just dumb and absurd, but we take those. Driver of the day as well for Ollie Behrman. I'd say most of that was the strategy, like I keep saying. Started P10, raced my way up to like, what, P8, P7, and then that undercut got me all the way up to P2. Absolutely incredible scenes. I bet Ollie Behrman's already getting like, he's already in the GOAT debate, to be honest. And there you go, final finishing order, P9, sorry, not P10. P9 to P2 on the day for Ollie. Fastest lap goes to Leclerc, who finishes P9, and like I guessed, Carlos Sainz was the driver at the back of the grid, but unfortunately, in the final couple of laps, not only got past Zhou Guanyu, but also got past Hülkenberg, my teammate, and Logie Sagi, so he finishes P15. We had Max Verstappen with a crazy DNF, who was still in the fight for the win, and honestly, if Verstappen stayed in this race, he would have finished 2nd, and I would have finished 3rd, so because of Verstappen's car not working, I gain an extra 3 points, and now we look at the standings, and it looks like this. I am 39 points away from Verstappen, the championship leader, and 15 points behind Lando Norris in 2nd. We are 1 point ahead of Leclerc, you know, 7 points ahead of Russell and Hamilton. It's looking quite good. Hülkenberg currently in P17 with 0 points on the board, but I believe in the boy. And now we can look at the constructors, where we currently sit 5th overall. I think Ferrari is probably too far away, but we could definitely fight for P5 this season. 100%. So there you have it. Episode numero 5 of my Haas to Glory series. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm going to do with this series. I shouldn't be getting P2s every other race. It's just not meant to happen, but what can I do? I'm playing on the highest difficulty. I had an unreal strategy. The car feels great. What do I do? Self-sabotage? Absolutely not. I'm just going to crack on with this series, and hopefully I have a big fall off. But that's going to be all from me today. Thank you very much for watching this rendition of Haas to Glory, and I will see you lot in the next video of mine. Goodbye. Peace.